Disclaimer: the insights and opinions shared on this show are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before making any financial decisions, we recommend consulting with a qualified professional to better understand your unique financial situation. Welcome to the Investors Playbook Show, where our mission is clear: empowerment through financial education. We firmly believe that financial freedom isn't a privilege, it's a right that's available to everybody. Each week, we dive deep into the world of finances, breaking down complex topics and making them accessible and actionable for everyone. As we grow this community, we invite you to join us on this journey. Why tune in? Because together, we're not just learning about wealth, we're building a movement, reshaping futures, and proving that with the right knowledge, financial success is within everyone's reach. It's time to get off the sidelines. Let's go.
Welcome to Investors Playbook. I'm Cornell.
I'm Deshaun. We coming at you again with another episode. And today, man, I don't know if y'all been seeing in the news, but we talking about cryptocurrency. But before we get into that, let's talk about our upcoming venture. As you all know, we are going to be at Invest Fest in roughly a month and a half, Atlanta, Georgia. Cornell, go ahead, man. What we gonna be there doing, bro?
We are going to be spreading financial literacy, of course. So anybody that's able to come to Invest Fest, it would be really dope. If y'all went to the vendor market space, look for Investors Playbook. I'm sure we'll have our sign somewhere, and come chat with us. We'll have nice little prizes for people that come and interact with us, and also you might learn something. So that's the biggest thing. So yeah, come check us out. We love to converse with you. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing at InvestFest.
That man's gonna be a good time. If you haven't been to Invest Fest, or if you've heard of it, just know it's a dope place to be, right? It's a lot of information there, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wealth, and there's just a lot of people who are all about the same thing for the most part. They're all wanting to learn about ways to make more money, and who can't use more money right now? You feel me? So, um, yeah, come mess with us if you are coming to Invest Fest. We're gonna be in Atlanta, vendor booth. What's up?
And I feel like aside from getting more money, it's a mindset shift.
Oh yeah,
So a lot of the things that you get from InvestFest, I think that you can't get from online is the motivation factor. Also, it's the people that you meet. I feel
Mhm.
like relationships are more important than money.
Yes, I
Right. You
100%
can't.
agree with you, bro. 100%.
Yeah. So I think that that's the biggest thing. So let's, go in with an open mind. Don't I wouldn't go in thinking that you know everything and just try and tell everybody what you do, but also listen to other people. I feel like that's important also. Don't be that person that's just trying to figure out how everybody can help you. Because I feel like people are less inclined to do business with you if that's the case.
I think that's literally what it is. When you're only going asking for handouts, asking for assistance, you got to also go, not that you even have to necessarily give a skill, right? But at least be interested in what other people are doing. Like truly interested, not just a facade saying, oh, let me ask them what they're doing so that I can then tell them what I need from them. Like, don't, with any of these networking events, it's always good. It's a give and take. So, a lot of people do go to these type of events with the wrong mindset. Um, man, a lot of people, bro. Like I'll chat with people, and my whole time I'm just like listening, and I'm like, all right. Not once do they say, "What do you do?" You know what I mean? How is it going?
No interest.
It's just, it's just like they are literally giving an elevator speech, and I'm like, I just met you. I don't even. But okay, that's cool.
And the crazy thing is, they don't know who they talking to. You see what I'm saying? You never know who you're talking to. And if you don't even ask what the other person does, you'll never know.
You never know. You'll never know. But just some wisdom for people who attend networking events quite often. Definitely want to change your mindset. Don't go expecting to just download. Also give. Also learn and also network, like truly network, right? Make connections with people that you can build on. Uh, but yeah. Um, but the actual depth of this episode, the meat
And
potatoes.
also
Okay.
join the Facebook group.
Oh
And
yes, yes,
also
yes.
join the Facebook group. We need
Yeah.
people in there conversing, talking about money, giving tips, asking questions. We want this to be a self-thriving community. So yes.
Yep. There you go. There you go. On top of that, Facebook group. If you're watching this and you have not subscribed, come on, man. What you waiting for? Click the subscribe button, click the like, share with a friend. We drop this every single week. All right. So if you haven't like been involved with us when our past episodes, you can go back and watch some. They're all there. And just, subscribe so every time we drop a new video, you get a notification. So if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, share. Yeah, that's the marketing for the day. No, I'm playing.
All right. So what are we talking about today, bro?
Oh man, so over the past 2 days, cryptocurrency has seen a significant downturn. I think Bitcoin lost roughly 10,000 in value, and other coins, I think Ethereum went below $3,000. And as you know, when those move, the other coins just follow. So totaling about 170 billion was wiped off. That's what the news headlines are saying. When I say 170 billion, I'm talking about market cap. So the value of these shares, compared to how many coins they have available, has dropped about 170 billion dollars. That is in 2 days. That is crazy. I
Yeah.
think even crazier is the reason why. Right. So something did happen in the market, and it's crazy because this is like a decade long situation.
Right.
But a company called Mount Gox, they started repaying. I wonder why they called it that,
The reason why they call it this is because it's supposed to be short for Magic the Gathering online exchange.
oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay.
Right.
Magic the Gathering, like the trading cards.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, like
Online exchange. And for exchange they put the X.
the X.
So
Yeah. So they um started repaying Bitcoin creditors after a decade long bankruptcy. This company went under in 2014, and now they're starting to pay people back the Bitcoin that they owe them. Um, and essentially, that is why this huge uh, wipe of cryptocurrency market valuation has happened. So I know Cornell, you got a bit more of the numbers, but that's the headline. Mount Gox had to repay or starting to repay people their Bitcoin that they owe them, and
yeah.
people started to sell their
Um
Bitcoin.
and yeah, and as Deshaun said, it did happen in 2014, and now they say the beginning of July, which is now, they're starting to pay back. What I don't understand is why did is Bitcoin going from one place to another, right?
That's all it's
So
doing.
why does that? Why are people scared and selling Bitcoin because now an exchange does not hold that Bitcoin? I think that's the part that I don't truly understand.
Right. I think this is, and I'm gonna just guess. I think that this is a common situation of sell the news. I don't even think people probably read into what the actual article says or listened to what is happening. They just see 9 billion coins unload 9 billion coins, because that is essentially what they had to give back, right? The collapse of the Bitcoin exchange is about to unload 9 billion of coins onto the market. And it's wild with these
Right.
news,
Nine
like,
nine billion.
it's not into the market. They're just giving the coins back to the people that I mean, essentially it's into the market, but they're giving the coins back to the people who purchased their coins and held it in that exchange over 10 years ago. So articles like that
Right.
are
drive like this market. I won't even use the word, like it's not market manipulation. It's just emotional manipulation, I think.
Yeah.
But that's just what it is. I feel like it's a headline that caused people to react.
To
Because
panic.
yeah, essentially all they're doing is like you said, they're taking Bitcoin here and they're just moving it to a different spot. They're not even selling it. They're just giving it back, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what I mean.
go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I feel. And yeah, that's definitely the part that. So I guess what I would ask is, in a time like this, with us not being sure like how that affects us as traders, like traders of cryptocurrency, what would you do in this situation, Deshaun? Like, say, because I know that you own some crypto. What are your next steps? Like, seeing all this, are you going to are you going to I know you see the decline. Are you going to, or have you already sold, or does this, like, what does this mean for you?
I mean, essentially when I see things like this, it makes me want to purchase more purchase more cryptocurrency because Bitcoin was at a price. I mean, it was at like I don't know if it was at its all-time high because I know it went up to this price years prior, but it was very high, right?
Right.
Um, Same with all the other coins, but when you start to see this decline in any type of asset, one that you think or that you believe in, it's almost like okay, this is kind of exciting. To be honest with you, it's like I wonder how far down it's gonna go because
Yeah.
how cheap can I get it is what I'm asking myself. I'm in no way thinking, oh, this is the fall of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to go away. Ethereum is not going to exist anymore. This isn't going to be something that people use. This, I feel like, is a temporary panic sell, which will be followed by I don't know how fast, but I feel like is going to escalate Bitcoin. I don't think it's
Okay.
going to, I don't think it's going to last
So
that long, though.
let me just make sure I follow. So basically, you're saying that this is an exciting time for you that is plummeting because you believe in the asset and you want to accumulate more.
That's
So
exactly it.
you're saying that the best time to do that is when it's down, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
The
So.
best time to
I
do it is when it's down.
I completely agree with you because, like, and I think that this is an issue that a lot of people have. So they'll wait until like something is running up. Like I can bring up like GameStop and Dogecoin and stuff like that. So they'll wait until something is running up and they'll say, "Oh, they're making all this money. Let me do this also." But not realizing is that's not the time to buy. You want to buy when people are fearful, when people are selling these assets, because at that time you're able to acquire them at a much lower price. So when they go back up, like Deshaun said, because I think it's going to do the same thing, honestly, because
Hmm.
this doesn't look like news that's going to be the end of Bitcoin. For
No.
one, all it is an exchange that went under 10 years ago, and now they're reimbursing the people that were victim to what happened. So
Yeah. You know
yeah.
what's crazy? I'm thinking that the people who had their Bitcoin wrapped up in that are probably really happy because
Yes.
when that happened, I think it happened in like February. Actually, yeah,
2014.
February of 2014. Bitcoin was at $600. $600, and now 10 years later, their same Bitcoin, however much it was, bro. And I imagine if they had their hands on it, who knows what they would have did with it? They probably would have
Right.
sold it. They probably, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me take my 600
Anything.
real quick. Bitcoin, or they could have been frustrated with the fact that they couldn't get their Bitcoin. So as soon as they got a hold of it, they was like, I'm done with this asset. But bro, you have people who had bought Bitcoin 10 years ago at $600 and were forced to not be able to sell it, and now they're like, this is crazy. It's finally happening. it's it's
Your
actually
your
wild.
six hundred dollars, your $600 and turn into 55,000. So even though Bitcoin is down right now, imagine the people that had multiple coins. Imagine
Yeah,
somebody that had 10, maybe somebody which was worth 6,000 back then. 10 Bitcoins now, that's $500,000,
bruh.
$550,000 at that. That's crazy, man.
I'm pretty sure this happening is changing a lot of people's lives for sure. Like
Yeah.
people who have been waiting for this for a while. But yeah, kudos to them, man. And the crazy thing is, they did something 10 years ago and then just didn't have to do anything else to equal the amount of money they're about to receive right now, right? They
Yeah.
didn't have to work. They didn't have to like go to a job. They didn't put in any more hours unless they were, maybe battling, trying to figure out how they can get their Bitcoin back. But for the most part, they just waited and boom, payday.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
Craziness,
it's
man.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I
And I'm
wonder I
wondering,
wonder how
oh, go ahead.
I wonder how this would affect the people that did not survive those 10 years. You get what I'm saying?
Like,
Like
like when you say survive, you mean like actually alive still? Or
they passed away
yeah, yeah,
during years. Because one thing I do know about exchanges is not exactly like a brokerage where you're giving like a beneficiary and stuff
I
like
know.
that.
Yeah,
So how it didn't, especially back there was way less regulation when it came to cryptocurrency back then. That's when we first started dealing with it
right.
in 2015. So like
Yeah,
that was 1 year prior to that. So I can only imagine what those exchanges looked like at that time.
you got to look at your contract, I guess, man, because you're right. If there, I don't know how. Like, it's not like a regular bank. It's not a. It's not a. There is no FDIC insure, or I don't think so. I don't know. I don't own
There
it.
wasn't, and there isn't. I don't think there is now. I know Coinbase ain't talking about no FDIC insurance.
Right.
Yeah, so
uh,
my thing is, some people might just be out of luck, especially like if somebody passed away, because who's gonna know that they had that? I know, like if I were to pass away today, no one would know like the crypto. Maybe Robinhood. Robinhood will probably be
yeah.
on it. But the stuff I have on crypto.com, ain't nobody finna know about that. Or how to get access to that.
Trust wallet, all that, all those random
Yes.
exchanges. Yeah, it's a lot of them, man. And unless, like you said, you have it, you can access the coins. Because I mean, essentially, a login could get you access to that, but you have to put that
It,
somewhere. You know,
and most of them aren't just logins. Like my DeFi wallet, it's a series of
word.
words.
That's
And
what I
it's
mean.
like 16 words that you
It's
have to
not
put in the
right.
exact right way. So it ain't no just log in.
That's
You
true.
have to have that recovery phrase.
Yeah, and it's random, bro. It's
It's
so
random.
random. It's very
Yep.
random. Just a bunch of
Yeah.
random words that equal. But yeah, you're right. It is interesting, and I wonder how this whole thing is going to go. Because the company that went bankrupt 10 years ago, how are they even? I mean, I guess it's not their Bitcoin to even have, so they're just giving back the Bitcoin that they've been holding. Um, they don't
But
have
it
to
was
have that amount of money, right? Go ahead.
but it was talking about that they went under after a series of Bitcoin heists. So
Yes.
that means people are stealing from them, right? So you're
Yeah.
right. Where are they getting this from? So that means they no longer have it.
And that's probably why it took 10 years. They were probably trying to get the money so that they could pay people back. But yeah, I was reading more into it, and it's like 10 years ago was the most significant heist, but they were getting robbed since 2011, bro. Like it started in 2011, where a company or they basically they that's when it started. Like they were starting to get hacked multiple times, and then 2014 was the heaviest one. And they're like, we can't do it anymore. We have to call it
Yeah.
quits. That's when they went bankrupt. Um, but man, this and I know we're on Investors Playbook, but this is why cybersecurity is so important, bro. Like or awareness of it. You can't just be like having and these are big companies. So we're talking people who probably have protocols in place that ensure the security and people are still breaking through. It could be insider threat. It could be just that their security isn't beefy enough, or it's not like well put together enough. But either way, when you're talking about your own account, you got to make sure that your account is secure too. Because with this cryptocurrency, like you said, these words, like these passphrases, are very unique. But at the same time, when it comes to like the wallet destinations, I've heard people who lost Bitcoin just because they sent money to the wrong number. They had like a wrong digit in their. It's like a 25-digit number when you're sending your money. Well, you're exchanging money between wallets. So yeah, this at the end of the day, when it comes to this electronic money, you got to be careful. And this just proves it. This happened 10 years ago, and they're just now kind of figuring out what to do. So,
I agree with you, and with technology advancing, it's the fastest growing sector
hmm
in business and in the market. Of course, cybersecurity is going to be more and more needed. So I definitely agree with you there.
yeah,
Um, as far as like what we can do, and this is why Bitcoin it was like a lot of people are kind of like shaky on it because I've been scammed when it came to Bitcoin, like them NFTs. Oh, somebody got me good with that. But
but it's
yeah,
crazy. We were just talking about that the other day. I was like, those things are what are they worth now? I got a Adesanya NFT, and I forgot how much I paid for it, but I paid money for essentially a picture on the internet
I'm
that
a guy.
of a guy. I, I paid picture right. Well, I don't know why you laughing. You bought the same thing, so I don't want to hear it. You bought a picture of a guy on the internet too. Trying to play me, bro. Don't try to play me, man.
but,
We got the same picture, okay?
but yeah, I, there's no telling. But I think for me was what we put into it was not significant enough for it to alter our lives.
I
And
agree.
if something did happen, positive, like those things did shoot up, we'd be a part of that. Because that was my same thought process for Bitcoin. And it went well for me. You see
hmm
what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if and we said this on a previous podcast before, when Bitcoin was like 20 something thousand. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like my thing is whatever I put into it, I am willing to lose. Not, I wouldn't say willing to lose, but I'm okay with losing in order to have a chance for it to just blow up. Because
Yeah.
I've seen the way Bitcoin was. We bought into Bitcoin when it was like $2,000 back in 2015. But when we made some money, we thought that that was good gains. And well, I know that that's what I was thinking. And
No,
I
same.
made like $1,000. I made like $1,000 and was like, oh yeah, that was good.
You're
But
right.
now, hindsight's 2020. Like if I had held on to that, I'd be up 50 something $1,000. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's
I
crazy.
get that though. I agree with you. The amount of money spent on an opportunity for something to blow
Yeah.
up.
All right.
Not like you're putting your life savings into it. And if it doesn't work out, then you are like SOL. That's not the case here. We're talking, I'll give it a try. Because people were probably seeing Bitcoin in the beginning and thinking, what? Fake money? Electric money? I'm not touching that. And never invested anything in it. And some people were like, I have no idea what that is, but I'll put $100 in it. Or I'll put 200, 500, 1,000. And they're sitting
Yeah.
very nice now. So I get
Right.
that. And I mean, NFTs were very, very popular for that time period when we were purchasing, when we got some. So yeah, I get it. But
Yeah.
I didn't ask you when it comes to Bitcoin going to its price of 55. What is your plan? I feel like, um, well, I know that you have more Bitcoin than I do. So are you seeing this as like well, let me probably get rid of some of this, or are you thinking, what are you thinking?
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, like for a while, I've been thinking about my exit strategy with Bitcoin because I I just had a conversation with myself. I was like, what if Bitcoin just like shot up to 1 million, right? And I'm just holding it like, would I sell? And a
Would
part
you?
of me was like, nah, I wouldn't sell. But a part of me was like, yeah, I should probably take some of it at least. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I am up significantly. Well, I'm not up anything life changing for me right now.
Mm,
But yeah. Right now with where Bitcoin is at, I'm definitely not satisfied with my gains.
okay, there you go.
And I am going to continue to double down because it's at 55.
Hmm.
I am going to be more aggressive with purchasing Bitcoin until it probably goes back over 65.
Yeah, it's so interesting how like the, the the price of Bitcoin and us saying that it's down. It just depends on timing because 55,000 like a couple months ago was up. It
What's up?
wasn't, you know what I mean?
Right.
20,000 was down. Or
Yeah.
I think it went all the way down to like 18,000 at some point last year, wasn't
Bro,
it?
it
Or
was like
maybe,
at 11 or
bruh,
13, bro.
that was down. And now
Yeah.
55,000 is down. But that's what happens when an asset grows as fast as Bitcoin. A $10,000 shave is like, whoa, it's significant. Um,
Yeah.
so no, okay, I got you. So you plan on also scooping up some more of that cheap Bitcoin. I say cheap.
I'm in there. I'm in there, man. I'm
That's what's up.
Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's all I'm
Yeah,
messing with. I don't really do all
yeah.
the
We gave those
altcoin.
a shot. Those are they ain't doing it, man. Bro, I got freaking what is it called? All those metaverse coins. You remember those? like
Yeah. Like Sandbox.
like Sandbox.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's a lot of them. Yeah,
Gala. I still have those actually. So the crazy part is I still have like a few thousands
and those altcoins.
yeah, when it comes to crypto.com, I
Oh
still have
yeah,
yeah. You forgot about that.
and the CRO too. Yeah. Man, I had
Yeah.
such high hopes. Not that it's over with, but I had really high hopes, especially when they came out here and like renamed that stadium the crypto arena. I was like, oh yeah, it's over with. I was
And
seeing
that's what got us.
crypto.com. What happened?
That's how they got us.
That's exactly what it was. Seeing crypto.com commercial like previews when I'm going to go see a movie. I'm like, oh yeah, celebrities doing this, they're promoting it. Bruh, it's just
Right. LeBron James, like
right.
one of the most famous people in the world,
Hmm.
had yeah, so it was, yeah, they got us. But
It
the
looked
thing
good.
is, it
It
looked
looked
good. It looked real good. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie. But the thing is, and that's why you only put money into investments that you're able to lose. Because if we had put our whole life savings into crypto.com,
It wouldn't
things
have.
would be looking a lot different.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that the coin never went. Did it ever go over $1? I think,
No, I think it went to like 70 something cents.
and then it went back down to like 18,
And
16.
bro, now it's at like 9 cents, bro.
Yeah.
It's almost a tenth of what we bought it for.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Very
bro. We
crazy.
got the wallet, the card, the perk. Okay, yeah. Anyways, it's all good. It's all good. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it was in the past. It was a lesson.
for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a lesson.
but ultimately, man, yeah, Bitcoin is one of those powerful assets that a lot of people are investing in. Something happened over the past couple of days. It caused people to do some panic selling. I personally don't think that Bitcoin is anywhere near like ending. So it's a a temporary decrease in price, not just Bitcoin, but the whole cryptocurrency market. So, and we talk about that a lot too, right? Don't buy things at the all time high, and essentially that's where Bitcoin has been at for a while now. So that 65 and up range is like really high for Bitcoin. So
Right.
yeah, but
Yeah.
with that, do what you think is right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make
Right.
your
Right. We
make your own
told we
decision.
told you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We told you all like what we plan on doing.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, do what you think is right. Okay. So we, of course, we told you all. We give y'all our game plan, but that
Hmm.
doesn't mean that you should take everything verbatim. It's important to have your own mind, do your own research, and also just have common sense. That's all I can say. Just have common
Yep.
sense.
Risk
Yeah.
risk tolerance. Don't invest anything into a volatile asset that you need to pay your rent or mortgage or bills or essentials. So, yep. Yeah, man. So that's it. Another smooth episode. And again, if you have not subscribed, if you want to share this video, if you thought that if you found it interesting, and if you're also listening to this on Spotify, give us a rating, 5 stars. We would really appreciate it.
And
And
Apple Podcast
Apple Podcasts, we're on Audible too. Did you know
and Audible. Awesome.
that? Yeah. So appreciate you all as always for listening. Thank you for the people who always tune in, who always give feedback. It's always greatly appreciated. Um, and join the Facebook group. All right, man. See y'all next week.
All right. Peace.
You just had to do the. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.